YouTube, what's going on, man? It's your boy Booba and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today what I have for you guys is a bit of a different video. I'm going to be showing you guys my custom tactics that I've been using in the previous 2 weeks of FUT Champions to go from rank 5 and rank 4 to rank 2 and rank 1. The custom tactics that I've been using in the previous 2 weeks revolve around the 4-4-2 formation. So basically today I'm going to show you guys what I've been running and what I have done to improve my gameplay in FIFA 23 Ultimate Team. If you guys do enjoy these kinds of videos, go ahead and smash the like button. Comment down below what formation you're currently running in FIFA 23 Ultimate Team, and then also consider subscribing to the channel as we are on the road to 500 subscribers. But without further ado, boys, let's go ahead and jump into it. Alright boys, so these custom tactics in FIFA are really going to rely on you being very aggressive and putting a lot of pressure on your opponent. So if you do like to play a style of FIFA that is more attacking, where you have the ball non-stop, these custom tactics are going to work perfectly for you. If you prefer to play more defensive, where you do sit back, you drop back, and you let your opponent attack and you try to hit them on the counter attacks, then this custom tactics probably aren't for you. You would probably want one that's going to be drop back or where your depth is really low. For this one, guys, it's going to be primarily for players that do want to play more aggressive and that basically do want to have the ball for the majority of the game. All right, boys, so as you can see, the defensive style that we do play in game is press after possession loss. This is where the aggressiveness really does come into effect. Your teammates will press the ball for approximately 7 seconds. This is going to put tons of pressure on your opponent to move the ball quickly, and if he doesn't end up moving the ball quickly, he's going to most likely end up losing it, and that's going to help you regain possession and attack very frequently throughout the game. For our width and depth, boys, it is pretty much default 50 width and 50 depth. For me personally, works the best. Your team isn't too far back, your team isn't too far forward, and then also your team isn't too narrow and it isn't too wide. For me personally, that's been working. So you can definitely manipulate, you can definitely play around with it just a bit. You can go to 55 width, maybe 60 depth, something like that, depending on your preferable play style. But for me, 50-50 works perfectly fine. All right, boys, so for our first offensive tactic in our build-up play, we're going to go ahead and play fast build-up. So this tactic basically is going to push a lot of your players forward, and it's going to give you a lot of support going forward. Now, the only problem is, and the only thing that you really have to worry about when playing fast build-up is your defending. If you're really good at defending, then you can definitely go ahead and play this tactic, because you might be counter-attacked multiple times if you do end up losing possession. As you can see on your screen right here, it does say if you lose possession of the ball, you could find yourself open to a counterattack. So you definitely have to be pretty solid at defending to run this tactic. Next up, boys, we do have chance creation, and for chance creation, we go ahead and do forward runs. This tactic again pushes a lot of players forward into deep attacking areas. But again, if you do end up losing possession, you do have to be good at defending, because you will be counter attacked. So if you're good at defending, really solid, you don't struggle to defend against good players, then you can definitely run forward runs. And this ultimately gives you a lot of aggressiveness and a lot of pressure on your opponent, especially when going forward. Again, boys, for our width, I just do the standard 50. I feel like it's a solid width, especially with playing 4-4-2, your left mid and right mid. I prefer them to be pretty close to the line, which allows them to get into situations where they are going one-on-one against the left back or right back. So width at 50, perfectly fine for me. So for players in the box, boys, I personally go ahead and do the default. Again, 5 players in the box. I feel like if you go with 2 or 3, you don't have enough players going forward. If you go with 7 or 8, you're having too much players going forward, and that can leave you open for counterattacks. So 5 players in the box for me is perfectly fine. For corners and free kicks, again, I'm pretty sure that this is the default. We have 3 on corners and 3 on free kicks. This doesn't really change your custom tactics and how you're really going to play in game, because corners, again, is the set piece, and then a lot of people tend to play it short anyways. And then for free kicks, again, 3, a lot of people play it short anyways, so that's not really going to affect your game in my opinion. But those are the custom tactics: press after possession loss, fast build up, and also forward runs. Moving on into our instructions, boys. Now these instructions again support a very aggressive and a very pressure like system of football. So definitely, if you like to pressure, if you like to have the ball a lot, and you're solid at defending, these instructions are going to work perfectly well for you. All right, boys, so for our 2 strikers, we have obviously Sydney Govo, and we also have Diego Forlan. We have stay central, get in behind, and stay forward for both of the strikers. Stay forward for me is very important, just so that once you do get the possession of the ball, you do have someone to play it up to. So for those 2, stay central, get in behind, and then also stay forward. All right, boys, next up we do have the left mid and right mid. Now this one could potentially cause a lot of controversy, but personally for me, for my left mid and right mid, the only thing that changes is defensive support. And for the defensive support, I put stay forward. Now, a lot of people will tell you, oh, tell him to come back on defense. But if you're really good at defending, you do have your left back, you do have your right back. If you're really solid at defending, and that is one of your positives in FIFA, I potentially feel like your left mid and right mid don't have to come back. And then if you do have them on stay forward, that is definitely going to help you when moving forward and potentially counterattacking your opponent. You're going to have a lot more options going forward. You can swing it out wide, and that's going to open tons of space. And for our central mids, we do have stay back while attacking for our attacking support, and then we also do have cover the center. Another thing that I really like to do with my two central mids is, because both of them are stay back while attacking and cover the center, I do prefer one of them to be more attacking minded and then the other one to be a bit more defensive minded. So in that instance, we do have Toni Kroos as a defensive minded midfielder, and then we do have Zinedine Zidane as an attacking minded midfielder. And then last but not least, boys, for our fullback instructions, we do have stay back while attacking. I feel like that's pretty standard. A lot of people like to play overlapping fullbacks. Personally, for me, stay back while attacking is still the best tactic for that. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Those are our custom tactics and player instructions that have basically taken us from rank 5 and rank 4 to rank 2 and rank 1 in FUT Champions. Again, boys, I can't stress it enough. These custom tactics and player instructions are for players that do want to play a more aggressive style of FIFA. So if you do want to sit back, if you do want to defend, then these custom tactics aren't for you. But if you do want to play a more attacking style of FIFA where you're being more aggressive and you're trying to get the ball back as soon as possible, then these custom tactics are specifically for you. Let me know in the comment section down below, guys, whether or not these custom tactics worked for you, if you did end up trying them. And then, boys, if you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing, as we are on the road to 500 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. I've been your boy Booba, and I'll catch you guys in another video very, very soon. Peace.